let me say, first of all, thank you. This is going to be my fourth time running to be Member of Parliament for Ajax-Pickering, and it's been the most profound pleasure of my life to be able to stand in the House of Commons and represent this community. This is the place that I've grown up in. This is my hometown. It's a place that I have tremendous passion for. And every day I stand in the House of Commons and I get to speak on behalf of this great community. It is something that fills me with joy and an enormous sense of privilege. And as I was leaving the House of Commons yesterday, knowing that I was going to embark upon this campaign again, I couldn't help but be overcome with a sense of tremendous gratitude. On behalf of myself and the people that we work with, I just want to say a huge thank you for the opportunity to serve you over the last number of years. Thank you. On Friday, we voted for the first time, not in Canada's history, but in the history of the Westminster system, to find a government in contempt. These are very heady charges, and they're not made lightly. The reality is we have a government that fundamentally cannot be trusted with power. They have gone through and systematically eliminated all kinds of oversight. I've seen it as a critic for public safety and national security. They've wiped out people like Paul Kennedy, who stood up and talked about the change that was needed in the RCMP. We saw it with Linda Keane, who was nuclear safety advisor. We've seen it with the Victims Ombudsman, who said their plan is unbalanced and won't work for victims, even though he was handpicked by them to stand up for victims. We saw them wipe out offices like Munir Sheikh, pushing him out when they got rid of the long-form census, something that ensures that our community's needs are well known and well understood. And so as we go through, she's very upset about this. That's my girl. That's my girl. That's my girl, Mark. Systematically, these offices have been emptied and replaced with people we never hear from again. Their job, much like the Integrity Commissioner, is to sit in an office and never hear a complaint and never do anything. And the latest version of contempt, what we voted on in the House, was the fact that this government will not even give us the most basic information to make decisions. They want us to vote on bills, but they won't tell us the cost. They want us to vote on decisions that impact this nation, but they won't tell us the implications. How can I, in good conscience, as your Member of Parliament, walk into the House of Commons and vote on bills when they refuse to tell us how much it's going to cost?
Shame.
It's a fundamental precept.
Shame. Shame.
And I can tell you that contempt cannot be rewarded. You know they're coming after us. You know they call me their public enemy number one.
Woo!
You know that there's going to be an enormous amount of attention on this riding. But folks, this is a wall. This here is where we make our stand and where the waters turn back. No more Stephen Harper. No more. We are going to say to a Prime Minister who's abused power, no more. We're going to say to a Prime Minister whose priorities are not the priorities of Canadians, no more. We're going to say to a Prime Minister who wants to spend $30 billion on fighter jets, no more. We're going to say to a Prime Minister that wants to spend tens of billions of dollars on mega-style prisons that were a disaster in California and will be a disaster here, no more. We're going to say to corporate tax cuts that enrich the most wealthy corporations at a time where people are worried about their pensions and paying for groceries and paying their rent, no more. We're going to say to this government, no more. We're going to say to Stephen Harper, no more. Your time is up. This is where we stand, and I'll tell you right now, when we win here, it's not going to be alone. We're going to push those boundaries eastward. We're going to see new ridings. We're going to see Louis Tebelkowski win to the north. We're going to see wins in Durham. We're going to see a Liberal government, folks. We're going to win this election, and it all starts right here. Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be a lot of fun. And I can't tell you how much I appreciate the support of each and every one of you. Because the reality is this campaign, as much as it's about issues, it's about people. And I know that what bring you in this room today is not the hope that I get reelected. It's that the person who represents your ideals, the things that you care about, gets reelected. It's the idea that the things that matter in your life are represented in Ottawa. And then when you turn on the television and you see somebody stand in their place and say, Mr. Speaker, I speak for the people of Ajax Pickering, that you are proud. That you are proud of the person that stands there because he fights and he cares about the things that you care about. This is our community. This is our community. And we're going to go win this for our community.